Really, unless I get really lucky on Sculpt Flame.
Yeah, I had to
there we go.
reload.
There you go.
And then disconnect and connect again. I don't know what's going on.
To clarify, you said we could technically, there's enough goods and stuff along the roof to climb across to get to where the Dark Eldar are, yes?
Not towards where Dark Eldar are, but towards Gate to Inner Sanctum.
Where are
I
the
think
Dark Eldar exactly?
What might be a good idea is to have us, myself, Xavier, and Ignatius, and our 10 soldiers that we brought with us, set up close to here and start a fight with the other factions, and use that as a distraction for Moriana and Cadus sneaking into the Sanction and getting the map piece.
We can do that.
The issue is we don't know what's in there.
Xanthus would agree, except for the fact that he would want to go with Moriana and name Cadus. There it is.
Do you think you'd be safe enough with the 3 of you going to at least get out of there if anything was crazy going on in there?
That's why he wants to go, because he knows that as long as he's with them, their chances of dying go down significantly.
The issue is
it's plus 30.
the issue is we know not what lays within the Inner Sanctum.
However,
The rushing blind would be
You have an Auspex, don't you?
that only picks up.
I know.
That only picks up life signs,
either way,
life signatures rather.
Well, I can pick up other things, like electromagnetic and the like.
Isn't that only with attack use though, out of character?
Well, yes, but possible.
I'm gonna look. Do any of the guardsmen have grenade launchers?
Woohoo! See, I activate mine just fine.
I'm gonna say mine doesn't have that function.
They might have. Also, out of character, like there's like in terms of like horde magnitudes, those guys who are fighting apart from Eldar, there's a lot of them. I mean, a lot.
Which is why we want to get the Eldar in feared in the battle as well. Sure. If any of them do have a grenade launcher, Mariana would hand over her Hell pistol in exchange. The grenade launcher is has what range exactly?
I will check. I'm 1 page away from it. Its range is grenade launcher 60 meters.
Nice. Is there any way I can get 60 meters away from the Dark Eldar through the rafters?
You may attempt to do so.
Nice.
Hold on before you do that. Where are the Dark Eldar exactly? Like, what is their position? Are they on a balcony or something?
I think they're on the other side of where we are. So
The
that's
other
why you
side,
have
they are not on the rafters. They are keeping to the ground, but the position is slightly elevated. So like they are like on piles of rubble and whatnot. And they are also like changing the positions, hit and run tactics, but they mostly keep on the other side of the battlefield.
If anyone has an RPG, if any of the guardsmen have an RPG, you could do that from 120 meters.
I don't know if it would work.
So what are you trying to do, John?
Essentially, I have a grapnel. My character is relatively athletic in terms of sneakiness because I took the scout background. Essentially, use the grapnel to get up to the rafters, traverse across the battlefield from above, and use the grenade launcher to flash out the Dark Eldar so the other forces are alerted to their presence, and thus get them drawn directly into the fight as well.
And what is Cadus going to be doing?
I can follow along. I could also probably do it. I am actually extremely good at acrobatics and the like. So,
but you can't use a gun though.
As a death cult assassin, well, I can use a ranged weapon if I'm not intending to kill them with it.
Well, I guess then, if that's the case, you can suss out a safe route. Your character's probably a more, well, as you said, agile than mine, considering her background. So if you plan out a safe enough route.
I mean, if they have an RPG with a flare grenade or something of the like.
I have frag and crack grenades, which I was gonna literally plan on using to flush them out.
Blind grenades would be useful too.
I doubt it. They have visors. They wouldn't.
It doesn't need to blind them. It needs to be big and showy so that
a flare would work. Yeah.
Do you think a bolter shot would?
No, they're not bright enough.
A loud thing.
It'd be loud.
I have plasma gun. I keep on.
Actually, does anyone have glow lamps? Glow globes?
Let me look. I have my Camellia Line Cloak, my Sinskin Stummers, multi-keys, grapnel line, laser cutter, auger array, which is actually inside my helmet. No, I don't. Because I have dark vision.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the explosion of a crack grenade would get the attention of a lot of people.
Explosions, considering all the fighting, maybe not so much.
Yeah. You need something
with a light. You need something with a lot of light.
A plasma. If I could get close, a plasma bolt might do it. Or if you have a flash.
I can use plasma grenade. I can use plasma.
Okay, do any of the oh my god, I can't think of it. Guardsmen have flare grenades.
Flare or
any flares, yeah.
Either
flares or it's not a flare grenade. It's a flash grenade. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they temporarily almost frantically look through their gear, and then one of them gives a sight of relief, and then holds 2 of his flash grenades. Only
nice.
2 that he has.
I'll load them into the grenade launcher and let's get cracking, I guess.
Cool. So
Cadus, you go up first. You discern a safe enough route for my character to get through as well.
That's fine. Before I do, since I pretty much wear a Camellia Line cloak like a short dress, I'm going to take that off and give it to you.
I have a Camellia Line cloak.
Oh,
Xavier has something to say.
Yeah.
Before we do this, where y'all start blowing up the stuff?
Oh no. Sure.
What is is this just our plan to do the battle, or are we trying to continue into the sanctum? Or are you trying to distract them into the sanctum?
To drag the Eldar more into the fight.
Yes.
Okay.
So more of a distraction.
What's our goal for getting the Eldar in? Or are we just bringing them in to make more of a distraction so we can get to the room easier?
Yes.
That's how I...
Okay, so just making sure, because like I said, Xanthus wants to go with you two into the sanctum.
I think all of us are going to go in, and if this Eldar distraction is enough.
I don't think...
I mean, me and Cadus can literally calm down to you a safe enough route to pass around once we're up there anyway, so that can also help when the Eldar are in battle.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid a 15 versus multiple hordes encounter, so we should, as best we can, not engage the hordes.
Very well. Well,
if only we could use a tactic they do in The Walking Dead and dress up as zombies. We could just dress up as orcs instead. Just walk through the room.
There's a faction that actually do that. They're crazy and they paint themselves green and they act. They're called Diganobs.
Faction in Warhammer 40k, or in Walking
they're
Dead?
No longer canon, but they were canon. I think it was second edition. They're really old.
Is that where the idea of Death Watch came from? The orc version of Death Watch?
I don't know. Hold on. I'll send the Diganob link.
Oh god.
Calidius assassins can shapeshift to some degree, so they do that.
It is from 1998. That's how old it is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is old.
But all right. Grapnel a line to get up to the rafters.
I guess Cameron means that we are pretty much cannot be spotted by anybody, or
The only way I can now
20 to concealment tests, and then I have a stummer that gives us plus 20 to silent move tests.
The only way I can possibly fail both tests now is if I roll 100 with the Kammerline and Strummers.
There's a battle going on. There's no need to move silently.
Yeah, we should probably get further benefits from that.
I mean, that's why I asked. There's no reason not to.
You don't need to roll, especially with those additional safety measures.
I think I just out-stealthed an assassin.
Oh, that actually should have been 40, because I forget that I have ascended ranks. I wish there was a way to edit the skill name so I could make note of that, but in any case. Let's see, so that was concealment, so I'm much more hard to see, and we have... Okay.
So he rolled an 8 on that one. Really.
Okay, so assuming we managed to traverse the rafters relatively well.
Degrees.
Wow!
Wow.
You take the good, you take the bad.
Well, you roll a lot of 19s, but yeah, they travel rafters along the way. They find a position, and I guess you fire a blind flash grenade near the position.
I will load one crack grenade in as well. I will fire the two flash grenades. So their position is completely exposed rather, and then the crack grenade to essentially make a bang. Yeah, a loud noise as well. To help alert people.
I guess ballistics roll.
I'm going to take a full action to aim. Considering... Actually, would it be... No. I'm not going to cold shot those. Full action to aim the flash grenade, so that's a plus 20. Goes exactly where I wanted to the first one. Second one's on point. And the crack grenade, I'm going to do a cold shot with it to put it at the feet of the middle of the group. Or the middle guy in the group. So, let's see. House rules.
Kindly do not miss.
Shot gives a plus 10 for every 2 degrees. Do not get the bonuses, but I roll at normal ballistic.
You got this.
Do not get any additional damage, but the crack grenade lands where I want it to. And I think the damage is 2d10 pen something.
On crack grenade? I think
it depends on...
There's no explosion. I know it's got a pen of something, but...
You basically use the standard crack grenade damage. So crack is 2d10 plus 4 pen 6. No blast. So if you hit a target, and you deal 2d10 plus 4 pen 6, but it doesn't affect anyone else.
Hi, on the War I thought it's 3d10. Not 3d10, but...
Nope, crack.
Anyways.
And the...
And that's pen 6, did you say?
6, yes.
Pen 6. And that's at the middle guy of the Dark Eldar.
Those are expensive. That was 50 gelt right there.
Oh, okay. So Photon Flash detonate like a small star, blinding anyone nearby and bright enough to overload cheap or primitive vision protection systems. Anyone within 15 meters of a Photon Flash grenade, when it detonates, must succeed on a toughness test or be blinded for 1d5 rounds. And it's very bright.
Yeah, so suddenly there's explosion, flash of bright light, so bright that fighting stops for a moment, and then some random orcs start shouting, shining it, bright, get it! And then they start mowing down through like cultists and go to Eldar, which one of them, the guy that The grenade that landed is dead. The others are like shrapnels, injured. They are like retreating, trading fire with cultists and orcs. And yeah, they are not that far away, but the pathway to Inner Sanctum is like clear enough that without stealth checks you can get.
Damn, that was an amazing plan. I'm so glad I thought of getting up in the rafters and shooting.
Pretty smart.
I will come over the
idea. What you talking about?
Excuse me, you didn't say get up in the rafters and shoot a grenade launcher. Oh, well, you said the grenade launcher, actually, didn't you?
Actually, what I said was, let's draw those guys into the battle.
Oh, yeah.
The MPG.
It started from that, yeah. Good idea.
Yay, team. So, yeah, Cadus will inform over the microbead that the orcs have begun to engage the Dark Eldar, and they started to move out of our line of approach. So we'll make our way back.
No, I mean they should approach. We can just drop down to the Inner Sanctum if they approach if they get there quickly and with relative stealth, not stealth, but if they move there quickly, they should be able to get through as well.
So we just need to do a concealment to move over there?
No.
No. The orcs. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you're feeling cautious, you could. But they're well distracted. I could Cadus will actually stay up and can essentially spot if anyone's looking in your direction, and just essentially, red light, green light.
Okay, sounds good. Let's then myself and the other 10 guards will move up. And was there anybody else that stayed behind with me?
I would probably hang back with you. Not.
Okay.
Wait. Is this going into the sanctum?
Yeah,
we're moving.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the three of them. Yeah, the three of them moved up in the rafters. So this is myself, the 10 guards, and you going into the sanctum then.
Facts of Life song stuck.
I assume we all make it?
Yes, you make it.
See, page transition.
Hmm?
I just...
Damn. Page transition like a mouse. Ooh, is this dynamic lighting?
I still see... I'm being left behind. I only see the front page.
You're there. On my screen, you're right here.
On my screen, I'm at the guy sitting on the throne.
Then you need to reload.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you have DM privileges, so you need to change your page yourself.
How do I do this?
Little blue
page
tab.
toolbar. Which one do you want me to... Space Hulk Interior?
Yes, Space Hulk Interior, where the players...
this is... Oh my god, this is awesome.
I love dynamic lighting so much. I've never seen it from the perspective of the player. This is lovely.
Indeed. Okay, so you've got a couple of dead orcs. Nice.
I have dark vision. I don't know if that.
Got my gun out. I have.
I know the dark side.
You said it's dark in here.
For description of what's going on, because other enemies might also have dark side. It's not as it's dark, but I'm gonna say that the not natural, but the environmental circumstances in this room, a lot of debris, not toxic air, but how with air is filled with debris and whatnot. So it's the maximum line of sight is like this, dark sight or not.
So it's just crap in the air.
I have dark sight as well, or whatever sight.
Yeah, enemies have too, but that's the maximum line of sight light emitting that you have now.
After 20, I have 4 fate points.
Yeah, now that you entered, the beacon that you probably hear from, I guess, your voice communicator or however, it shows that the map is like in this direction.
Delightful.
Not Lifeform, the map
with
Imperial package.
I guess me and Cadus go ahead and go take the lead, I guess. Considering we can both see relatively well.
I'll hang on in the back with what's her name.
To think of it. Would infrared goggles happen to help here? If we had
IR goggles?
IR goggles. Night vision.
Night vision.
Yep.
Oh, that's night vision?
It also, you also see heat sources.
Yeah, heat sources. That's what I was getting at.
Are there any heat sources?
If we happen to come
by the way, I guess infrared. I don't think infrared goes through walls. Is it not?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, depending on the type of construction, like wooden walls or something thin.
There is no wood and there is no thin. That dark stuff
they're not gonna go through.
I was talking more about like distance.
By the way, what's the also don't move that quickly. Also, what's the do you have your auspexes active?
It's in my helmet.
What's the range? And do they go through walls?
Yes.
Yes.
It can't penetrate more than like 5 how
5 meters, I think it was. No.
Let me see. Auspex. The standard range for an Auspex is 50 meters, though walls more than 50 centimeters thick and certain shielding materials can block the scanner.
I can do sense presence. I have a much better range on. I have bring up the exact wording.
Okay, we can essentially sense over here as long as the walls
sense
aren't
presence,
that thick.
50 meters plus another 10 meters for every degree by which I exceed the threshold. Sorry, for every 5 points by which I exceed the threshold, which I will exceed the threshold by a lot because the threshold is set.
Although I might recommend doing that at a fettered level, not at full power.
I'm going to. I don't need all 5 psi ratings to do it. I'll do it at 3. Need it any more than that? Where is sense presence?
Probably in the near future I will need to know what talent or trait counters that.
Counters what?
Sense presence?
Detecting presence and auspex and whatnot.
Okay, let's hope.
Auspex, anything with shielding. Also environmental, like if there's a lot of ionizing radiation, or if it's even like metallic particulates within the air can interfere with that. Anything that produces a haywire effect that modifies technology or disrupts technology. That's the variation. There are
if someone has like synth skin, they won't turn up either because you're immune to infrared spotting, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't get any heat signatures from the person.
Nope.
So that also works.
Also, as far as Psyniscience, anything like if something's under effect of like chameleon, that's counts, I think, as being a little bit lower on the scale. Also, if they're under the effects of distort vision, that's extremely difficult to detect. I think that's a -30.
Yes, it is. -32 Psyniscience on distort.
You can also
vision.
kind of like house rule, like some demons have the ability to hide their presence in the wall.
Yeah.
Damn,
I nerfed Unreadable Mind in that respect. Because otherwise it's too powerful.
Shit, I think Ignatius can see everything in here. That's
unless they're hiding behind a wall that's a meter thick. 80 meter range. How far is that in here? That is...
That's everything.
Wow, yeah.
And there is a lot of very thick walls. And very thick stuff in general.
Like, yeah, that's quite thick.
She said. Mm-hmm.
So I'd guess that you would detect some life presence in this direction. Orcish one.
With regards to the orcs here, these dead ones, how were they killed?
They look like
obviously they were slaughtered, but like what kind of weapons killed them? In what manner?
Okay, so they were killed up close.
Does it look like like they were killed by other orcs? Like
no, not by other orcs.
And the plot thickens.
I mean, these orcs were not killed by other orcs. They were killed by somebody else. They look like somebody like got a good drop on them and just like slash them.
Does it look as though they were killed by manufactured tools or by claws and teeth?
Manufactured tools.
Any Imperium-esque, tools like a sword or a regular sword, chainsaw, or is it something Xeno origin?
Rather Xeno origin.
Let me do a logic test.
Give me a moment, I'm still trying to figure out like walls thick, walls
some sort of Xeno sword.
Because I don't want to cheat on that one, but I'm not sure the walls will work.
Oh, that's a fucking good logic test.
Good on
Considering, yeah, she's going to say overcome.
You must have low intelligence. Yeah, you do have
She has 30. Well, it's at 34. It's an average person, more or less.
It's actually above average.
Slightly above, which is pretty good for a guard.
That's why she's still alive.
She looks over the orc and would come over comms saying, I would imagine these were felled by the dark ones we saw in the other room. No other orc. The blade work is too precise to be that of an orc. And too precise to be that of an orc and too clean to be that of a cultist.
Do I sense any psychic presences here?
In here, as in what range?
The sanctum. Sinisians has a kind of an iffy. It depends heavily on where you're at.
Yeah, range is kind of subjective.
The further out, the more difficult it is to detect.
Wait, would they be sensed as a warp thing?
I don't even think I'm
Warp
gonna
corruption and psychic presence.